Mathematics is used in cooking in various ways such as measuring ingredients, calculating recipe scaling, and understanding cooking times and temperatures. In baking, for example, ratios and proportions are important for making sure ingredients are mixed correctly and baked at the correct temperature. For the right amount of time, in addition, geometry and volume measurements are used to ensure that food is cut and portioned correctly. Understanding these concepts can help cooks improve the precision and consistency of their dishes.
Measurement, one of the most basic ways that math is used in cooking is through measurement. Cooking often involves in measuring ingredients by volume, cups, tablespoon, or by weight, ounces, grams. The most accurate way to measure ingredients is by weight, as volume measurements can vary depending on the ingredient and how it is packed into the measuring cup. Additionally, most recipes are written using volume measurements, so it can be helpful to have a conversion chart on hand to convert between volume and weight measurements. Here
Scaling in math. Scaling is the process of adjusting a recipe to make more or less of a dish. In cooking, scaling is used to adjust recipes to suit the numbers of servings needed. In math, scaling is used to adjust the size of an object or a graph. In cooking, scaling is important to ensure that ingredients are measured accurately and consistently. For example, a recipe that serves 4 people may call for 1 cup of flour. But if you wanted to make the recipe for 8 people, you would need to double the amount of flour to 2 cups. Scaling allows you to make adjustments to the recipe based on personal preferences and dietary restrictions. In short, scaling is an important concept in both cooking and math. In cooking, it allows you to adjust recipes to suit your needs and preferences, while in math, it allows you to adjust the size of an object or a graph without changing its shape. Both use similar principle of adjusting quantity or size based on a factor.
Temperature, cooking temperature, time and cooking method also have a big influence on the outcome of dish. Temperature affects the rate of chemical reaction and can result in different texture, taste, or even the safety of food. Similarly, the cooking time and method can result in different flavors and texture, and these factors can be adjusted mathematically. For example, if a recipe calls for a steak to be cooked at a temperature of 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes, it's important to understand the math behind how long it will take for that steak to cook.
Overall, math is an essential tool for any cook and is used in many different ways throughout the cooking process. From measuring ingredients to understanding the science behind the food. Understanding math is the key for any cook to produce consistent and high-quality dishes and can help to take cooking to the next level.
Mathematics play a crucial role in baking, from measurement and proportions to understanding how ingredients interact with each other to create the desired texture and flavor.
Measurement and proportion are essential in baking. Baking requires precise measurement of ingredients in order to achieve the desired outcome. Many baking recipes have a specific ratio of ingredients, such as 3 cups of flour to 2 cups of sugar. This ratio can be used to scale a recipe up or down, depending on number of servings needed. Additionally, many baking recipes rely on weight measurement, such as ounce and gram, rather than volume measurements, such as cups and tablespoons, because weight measurements are more precise and consistent.
Geometric. Math is also used to understand geometric properties of baking equipment. Bakers use mathematical formulas to figure out the capacity and size of baking pans, the right temperature, the baking time for the oven, and so on. This helps the bakers to achieve consistent and optimal result every time they bake. Bakers may use molds to shape taught cakes or pastries in metric shapes like squares, circles, or hexagon. In summary, geometry can be used in the baking as a tool for measuring ingredients, shaping dough and pastries, decorating cakes and pastries, and creating geometric molds.
In baking, ratios play a crucial role in determining the texture and structure of the final product. Different types of baked goods have different ideal ratios of ingredients. For example, cakes typically have a ratio of 2 parts flour to 1 part sugar to 1 part butter, while bread has a ratio of 3 parts flour, 2 parts water. For example, in bread making, the ratio of water to flour is particularly important because it affects gluten development and the final texture of the bread. A higher ratio of water to flour will result in a more moist and tender bread, while a lower ratio will result in a drier and more crusty bread. Understanding this ratio can help bakers create the desired texture and structure in their baked goods.
Temperature baking. Temperature is also important in baking. Different baking methods, such as convection, convectional, and radiant heat, require different temperature and different baking times. Additionally, understanding the properties of water and how it's boiled at different altitudes is crucial. For some baking methods, many baking recipes rely on specific temperature to indicate when food is baked, such as a cake being done when a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean.
Baker's percentage is a way of expressing the ingredient in a recipe as percentage of the flour of whey. This allows bakers to easily scale up or down the recipes, can make adjustments or compare different recipes.
Mathematics plays a crucial role in baking, from understanding measurement and proportion to understanding how ingredients interact with each other to create the desired texture and flavor, and from understanding temperature to understand geometric properties of baking equipment. Understanding this mathematical principle helps bakers to consistently achieve delicious and visually appealing baked goods.
Budgeting is important for a corporate student because it allows them to plan and manage their finances effectively, ensuring that they have enough money to purchase the ingredients and the equipments needed for their studies. How to budgeting? First, determine the total amount of money you have allocated for ingredients each month. For example, 5,000 per month. Make a list of all the ingredients, the recipes you will be making in the next month. Search the cost of each ingredient and add up the total cost of all the ingredients you need. For example, 4,500. Subtract the total cost of ingredients from your allocated ingredient budget. This remaining budget can be used to purchase additional ingredients or save for future months in case you need more ingredients or unexpected expenses arise.
Selling price. Selling price is an important aspect of running a business in the culinary industry.
There's a variety of factors that going into determining the price of the product, and mathematics is often used to help calculate the cost and determine the best price in